If you want to launch Facebook ads to generate real estate leads in today's environment, you're going to want to watch this video. I'm going to show you exactly how to set up the Facebook ads and the exact Facebook ad copies that are generating real estate leads for $5, $4, $3, $2, $1, and actually less than that. So let's get started. We're going to learn how to run meta ads, aka Facebook ads, in this one video. So we're going to look at how to actually set up your Facebook ad account the right way, because many of us are doing it incorrectly. I'm going to show you how to create your Facebook ad. I'm going to give you the exact ad copy that is generating real estate leads galore. And I'm even going to show you how to automate your lead follow-up. This is something that you don't want to miss. So starting off, your Facebook page, we're going to dig right into it. Your Facebook page, aka your Facebook profile, is the same profile that you've had since 2005, 2006, 2007, whenever you created your Facebook profile. This is something that you need to have in order to launch Facebook ads. Now, I'm not going to get into how to actually create that part because you already have one most likely. If not, it's so simple to do. You just give some contact information and you're off to the races. So that's not important for us. What is important for us is the next step, which is the Facebook business page. So this is something that you will require. This is something that in order for you to launch Facebook ads, you need to have a Facebook business page that you can launch the ads from. So when you're launching Facebook ads, you're going to see some ad copy, meaning what the words are on the screen. You're going to see either an image or a video, which are the digital assets of all the ads. You're used to seeing this. You're used to seeing this on your profiles already, where it has a certain ad that says sponsored, right? So what's above sponsored is going to have the business name. Now I'm going to show you one of my many Facebook business pages. Understand that this particular page doesn't, for all intents and purposes, doesn't need to be actively managed. You don't need to have content here whatsoever. Now, there is some content here that I end up publishing, but that's not a requirement. So just know that you simply having a Facebook business page, it doesn't matter if it's new or if it's one that you have hundreds or thousands of viewers on it or followers on it, it doesn't matter. You just need to have a Facebook business page. So we're not going to look at how to actually create that today. Most of you already have that. And if you want a tutorial on how to actually create one that's optimized, I'll link a video right here because I did a full breakdown on how to create a Facebook business page that you do actively manage, that is optimized so people can reach out to you very directly. So that's the second step in this particular tutorial. So we're going to the business page. You need to have that. Now we're getting a little bit more technical. This is now when you want to start leaning in. You need a Facebook business manager. So the business manager is what you're going to use to launch your ads. Now let's back up for a quick second. Quick recap. You have your Facebook profile, you have your Facebook business page, and by you simply having those two together, you could actually launch ads without the business manager. I highly recommend that you don't, for the reasons that we'll discover here, but know that you could technically launch ads. In many cases, whenever you make a post on Facebook right now, Facebook lets you, aka Meta, lets you boost your post. It's a waste of money, but you can do it. So when you're boosting your post, you're technically launching ads. You're technically launching Facebook ads, aka Meta ads, but that's not the right way to do it. What you have to go on and create is what's called a Facebook business manager or a Meta business manager. You see, you can create a Facebook business manager or a Meta business suite or a Meta business manager. So what you see here is you can oversee all of your pages, accounts, and business assets in one place, easily create and manage ads for all of your accounts, track what's working and what's best. So you would go on to create an account and you're off to the races. Now, I already have my business manager account, so I'm not going to be able to create one myself. But again, just go to business.facebook.com/overview and you're able to create your business manager account. And if you're not sure if you have one or not, that's okay. Go to that specific URL and you're going to find out once you create an account. When you create your account, just for a little heads up, when you create your account, they're going to ask for your contact information. They're going to ask for that. What do you want to call your business manager account? You can name it whatever you want. The name of your business manager account is internal. It's not front facing. No one's ever going to see it. What people will see is the name of the Facebook business page, which we talked about on step number 2. So you can create your business manager account without any trouble. So just go through and create that. And I'll show you various versions of the business manager. All right, so this is what you're going to see. Well, this is my preferred view. I'm going to show you both views. This is one of the biggest comments that I get on my videos that I've made in the past on, hey, I'm not seeing it exactly the way that you are. I'm going to show you why that is. This is my preferred layout. This is how I like to set everything up, because what you're going to see here is once you create your business manager, now we need to connect your Facebook business page. And I'll show you how to do that right now. But first, this is, if you go to business.facebook.com/settings, this will take you either directly here or the other screen that you're about to see. Now, this is a little bit more old school. If you've been running ads in the past and you type in business.facebook.com/settings, it'll most likely take you here because this is the older interface. Now, most of you that are launching ads for the first time, you're going to see something like this. You're going to be redirected to the business suite. I know it's confusing, but hang in there with me. So the Meta Business Suite, this is effectively a different interface showing you exact same thing. I don't like it. Just to be upfront with you, I do not like it. So if you happen to find yourself with this business suite, I want to invite you to go to settings, and you're still not there. You're going to go to more business settings. This is going to show you the exact screen that we were working with. Now, one quick reminder, this is my preferred layout. From here moving forward, this is what we're going to work with. If you prefer the business suite, awesome, great. How about it? This isn't the video that's going to cover the business suite at length. I prefer this. It's much cleaner, much easier for me to understand. I know where everything is at. So we're going to be using this moving forward to continue going through the tutorial. So we have to do the next assignment, which is connecting our business page. Once we get to our settings, your page is going to look something like this. Now, if you need to add somebody that either works on your team or someone that you trust that will be managing the accounts with you, then you can add them right here. So you're going to go to add and then put their email addresses. Now, you can use whatever email they're using, obviously, but this is an email that will, they'll get an email from you with an invitation for them to hop on and become part of your business manager account. Now, you can give them employee access, which if you're using the people that you invite to launch your ads, the employee access has some restrictions. So I don't necessarily suggest you giving them employee access. You're going to find some tasks that they cannot accomplish, such as changing accounts all that well, unless you give them specific exemptions. So you can send them an admin access, and that will basically give them access to everything. Now, it's important that you trust them because they can actually boot you out. So start with employee access, open up as much as you possibly can so they can do their job. But at the end of the day, if you feel comfortable with the people that you're inviting onto your business manager account, go ahead and give them the admin access because it's so much easier for both parties, especially if you're new to this. So just as a little heads up. Now, you can invite partners. So this is typically the vendors, and then you can invite system users. Now, most of what we do is we just invite people to our business manager account, or we get invited. We're in a lot of business manager accounts. I'll leave it at that. We're in hundreds at this point. So that's us getting invited to their accounts, and we request that level of access because it's just so much easier for everyone. But I digress. We're going to go to pages. So these are the pages that I've connected to this particular business manager account that I use for demos. What I do here is, if you are the creator, now hear me for a quick second. If you are the creator of your business page, you will be able to do what I'm about to show you. Add a page. So add a Facebook page. If your business already owns a page, if you work for an agency, you should request your clients' pages. Adding a page means you'll see it on the business manager. So you have to have permission over on the Facebook business page, and that's generally through the creator or generally a higher level of access on the business page in order to type in a page that you want to add. So you can type in, it won't do it here because I already added it, but if I wanted to add this particular one, I would click on it and then I would add that page. The reason that I can't is because it's already here. But if you are not a manager or if you're not the creator of the business page, doesn't matter what you do here, it's not going to allow you to add the page anyway. Just make sure that you know that. So for most of you, you're going to be requesting access to a business page or you're creating a brand new page from scratch. So remember, let's do a quick recap. You already have your Facebook page, so your Facebook profile. You're creating a business page, which is what we're talking about right now. It's making the connection. The business manager is what we're working on at the moment. And now we're being asked to connect our business page. So that's what we're looking at the moment right here. So either we add a page that we already own, or we request access to a page that we want to launch the ads from, or we create a brand new page. This is step number one. So you created your Facebook business page. Now you need to connect the pages. So now we got to go to the next step. We got to create our ad account. I want you to create an ad account regardless. I want you to go here and create a brand new ad account because right now you won't have this. You won't see any of that in your particular business account. This is, again, the demo one that I use for our videos. So I already have something here. You won't. So when you go to add, you're going to want to create a new ad account. You can request access to an ad account. You can request to add an account, one that you already have. But I strongly, strongly, strongly encourage you to go ahead and create a brand new one. The reason being is because when you create your personal profile and when you create your Facebook business page, you can technically launch ads. Now, when you're launching ads, that's going to be through your personal ad account. If anything were to go wrong with your personal ad account, whether that's Facebook suspends you for whatever reason, blocks the ad account and says it's disabled, you can appeal that decision. But if you lose, then not only are you out of luck from that ad account, that personal ad account, but you as a profile, same profile that you created back in 2007 when Facebook was becoming a thing, that account can no longer create another ad account. So if you don't go through and create that business manager like I mentioned to you and go on to create this ad account that I'm talking about right now, then you are taking your life into your own hands, because here, when you create another ad account, you're not giving yourself an additional level of protection, because if this ad account were to get disabled, you can actually create another one. Well, you can actually have multiple. As you can see here, I have multiple here. You can have multiple. So if one of them were to get canceled for whatever reason, I would still be able to run ads from the other one. Now, this is a luxury that I have because I created a business manager account. So if you don't go through and create a business manager account and are running all of your ads through your personal account, then you're in trouble. So anyway, long story short, invite people here to your business manager account, connect your Facebook pages so you can launch ads, create your own ad account and launch the ads from here. This is something that you have to have right before you actually launch a campaign. Now, for all intents and purposes, I can go into all of the other tabs. We don't need to in this particular video, but now what you can do is you can create an actual ad. So here we're at the business.facebook.com/ads manager, and we can actually create an ad from here. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go to create, and most of you should now see the new interface. Before it was 3 columns. One was, I believe it was awareness. The other one was traffic. And then the third column was conversion. Here it's condensed, right? So now most of you, since again, we're talking about real estate leads, you're going to hit leads. Now you're going to go to continue and you're going to start creating your ad. All right, so for our purposes today, we're going to speed run through this so you see everything. I don't want this to be a mega long video. I want this to be the most practical way for you to learn how to launch Facebook ads and generate real estate leads at scale. So from this standpoint, you're going to name your campaign. You're going to select the housing campaign, the housing category, which if you're running credit, employment, housing, or any social issues / elections or politics ads, you do have to select these. Now, what does that mean? That means that there's going to be certain restrictions to the demographics that you have access to. So whenever you're launching a housing ad, you're not able to specifically single out by demographics. You're only allowed to single out based off of interest, and you'll see how in a little bit. We're going to leave this the same. We're going to leave this the same, and we're going to leave this the same. We're going to go to next now. You're going to name your ad set right there. And now you have the option of sending traffic over to your website. So this is what used to be called a traffic ad. An instant form, which is what we're going to use today. Facebook Messenger, aka Meta Messenger, instant forms and Messenger. So generate leads by asking people to fill out a form or sending them a Messenger. So basically either or. You have calls and then you have an app. What we're going to do today is we're going to Only go with the instant forms. You're going to select the page that you're going to launch the ad from. If this is the first time that you've ever launched an ad from this particular business page, then you're going to be asked to review the terms and conditions and accept. Given that I've already run a lot of ads, it doesn't matter for me. So here you just view the terms. You don't have to accept them. Once you accept them once, you're good to go. We're not going to worry about dynamic creative. We're going to go straight to the budget. How much are you planning to spend per day? You can do it by lifetime, but I like to do it by day because I feel like a little bit more control on what's happening. I budget a certain amount per day. So once it gets spent up, awesome. Then the next day it resets again. So here we're going to say $20 a day. Start date is going to be on the time of this recording. Now we're going to go to, from the custom audiences, if you have some saved audiences already created, such as people that have visited your Facebook business page before, people that have visited your website, people that have done certain actions, you can call that audience back up right here. That's where you would go to do it. But most of you are going to go straight to the locations and you're going to go to people living in this location. So today we're going to say it's Dallas as an example. And the minimum radius is going to be 15 miles that we're going to select. So as you can see, it pretty much encompasses the entire Dallas area, which means over 2.5 million people, right? So this is something that if you live in a heavily populated area, you're going to need to spend a lot of money to really saturate it, aka it's not possible. So here, given that we're running an ad in the housing category, we can't select based off of age, we can't select based off of gender, and we can't select based off of demographics or behaviors. We can only select based off of interest. So when we go here, we're going to put in Zillow right there, and that will drop it down from 2.5 million to 1 million to whatever. Now this is how you start split testing. So I suggest that you start with no interest and then work your way down. Then split test Zillow, split test Trulia, split test loans, split test first time home buyer, and different other suggestions that you get along the way. So what I just gave you, so if you need to play this back, please do. What I just gave you is our strategy on where we go split testing based off of interest. So remember, these are interests, they're not demographics. Now what we do is we go to manual placements, and I unselect that because it's a little easier for me to just go boom, boom, and there we go. I only select the Facebook feed. Now what you're gonna find is that here it drops significantly. I'm okay with that because I'm gonna run a specific ad that I know works, so that's something that we're gonna contend with. Now, don't worry about your estimated daily results because depending on where you are, most likely it's going to say you may receive 0 leads and it'll be in red. Don't worry about that. Every time I've gotten that message, I get leads. That's just a way for Facebook to say, hey, go to advanced and show it to everyone. So it means it's a fancy way of saying, Facebook, go ahead and waste my money. We're going to go to next. So now when you're at the ad section, you're going to again name your ad section or your ad. So you have the campaign, the ad set, and then the ad. So the campaign, think of it, the objective. What's your end game? Are you looking for leads? Are you looking for traffic? Are you looking for sales? What are you looking for? The ad set is where are you going to target? What Facebook profile are you going to use, or meta profile are you going to use? What interests are you going to target? And also what placements are you going to use? So as you saw there, I'm only going to advertise on the Facebook feed or the meta feed. And here, what you select here and what you create here is front facing, meaning the consumer will see it. So if you select an image or a video, you're going to select add image or add a video. Now, if you do a carousel, it's going to give you options for multiple cards. You just go to add image cards and you're going to select the image if it doesn't freeze on me, and then you can launch the ad. So what we'll do is single image, and then we're just going to add a random image here. So we're going to go to that image. Let me back up for a quick second. Go to next. So you see here, you go to original, which is going to leave some dead space, but this image is not necessarily formatted for the 1:1 ratio. So we're going to go with original and let it be okay. So now you're going to see the image that people are going to see on the right-hand side. And this is where we actually get into the ad copy that's working. So if you're looking for an ad that's working in absolutely every single market that's going to crush it for you, please check this one out. So we're going to say just listed home in Dallas for sale. And then we're going to put is 3 to 5 special features of the property. Now, this is just for you to know. This is not what I'm going to use in the ad copy, but as you can see here, every single property that you list out into the wild is going to have different features. So you don't need to call out everything. That's what the MLS is for. Here, what you're going to call out are certain aspects of the property that are going to make it stand out. So if it's remodeled, if it's a beachfront, if it's a waterfront, if it backs up to a green belt, if it has quartz versus quartz countertops versus laminate, whatever the case may be, something that you see unique enough, you're going to put in here. And then you're going to put click learn more right here for price, pictures, address, and more. I know this is a small ad copy, but trust me, it's a powerful ad copy. This is one that is absolutely crushing it in just about every market that we run it in. Now here, you would just put just listed home, and then we're going to put Dallas home for sale. And you can add other options. So I do suggest that you add multiple options, not necessarily from the primary text, because I know that this absolutely kills it every single time. More interested in the headline. So as you see here, the headline is created there and the description is created here. You can add another option and that'll get rotated. Dallas home. So you'll see that becomes a headline now. We're going to go to learn more. 100% of the ads that I launch are a learn more type of call to action. And now we're going to create a form. So when we create a form, we do have to select that, hey, we're not going to go out and discriminate. You're going to go to settings. I know I'm going super fast, but I want to, again, make this as concise and as useful to you. So if you think that this is, if you believe that this is providing value, let me know in the comment section down below. I would like to hear from you. Make sure that you name your form, because once you create your form, you can't come back here and edit it. It's created. So here you're going to name your form. You're going to go based off of more volume, which is essentially not allowing a confirmation. You're going to use the image from your ad. 100% of the time, you're going to use the image from your ad. Do not upload a different image. You don't want to break that pattern interrupt. I'm sorry, you don't want to interrupt the momentum that they've already built up. So home, just listed home. Will not last. All right, so we're going to go to questions. This is where I like to delete that. I like to add the first name. I like to add the phone number, and I like to move the first name up here. So I asked for the first name, email, phone number. When we split tested first name versus full name, the results were drastically different. So I've been doing this for years now of only asking for the first name. And then in the description, where can I send you the info? So this is going to be the form that they see, they being the people that click on your ad. The privacy policy, please hear me on this. I have to make sure that you don't get in trouble here. Please have a privacy policy. There's been clients that we launch ads with that we've had to pause for weeks at a time until they were able to provide us a privacy policy. Now, that some of the clients would rather have their attorneys draft it up. Some of the clients are just going to go out and buy the privacy policy and add it to their actual website. So make sure that whatever website you have linked up to your business page has a privacy policy altogether, just for general practice, but also especially that you have connected to your Facebook business page, make sure that you have a privacy link right here. So add a privacy policy to your website as quickly as possible, and then link it right here. And then the text, all you have to do is just put privacy policy. Now, since I'm not going to actually save this form, because again, you can't delete these, so I don't want to junk up the system. So here, just remember to put your link and you're going to be good to go. And that privacy policy word right here is right there. And the message for leads, thanks, you're all set. I like to put check your email, please. Then I ask them to give me a call. So then I would put the phone number, Well, I can't put the hashtags there, but put your phone number, whatever it happens to be, and then talk now. Now this form, again, this is a form here on the right-hand side. This is a form that they're going to see. So they're going to go to next. They're going to see contact information. It's already going to be pre-populated. All they have to do is go to next, and then they're going to submit. So when you hit publish, this form will be created. Now, once you go through and create that, all you have to do is press publish. I hope this is making sense, because right now, for all intents and purposes, what we have done is we have created the ad. So here, what we've been doing is we've been creating that ad. So we went through the how to run ads. So as a quick reminder, we need to have our Facebook profile, so our Facebook page. Then we need to have our business page, which is what we're going to use to advertise from, or what the public is going to see as being the sponsor of the ad. The business manager is what we went and saw. We saw the business suite, and then we also saw the business settings. So this business manager is where you're going to go and connect your add either people to the business manager account, but connect your Facebook profile, business profile, and your ad account is what you'll create, or you'll connect one. And anyway, so yeah, that's what we were talking about. Connect your business page, create your ads account, and then running the ads. So running the ads is what we've been doing. I showed you how to do that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to automate. So automation is very, it's simple, yet it can be challenging if we allow it to. Now, when you automate, what I'm saying with automation is, as a lead comes in, I want it to get serviced as quickly as possible. We're asking for the email. We're asking for the phone number. We're asking for the contact name. So we're asking first name, email, phone number. We're already asking for that. So as a lead comes in, very rarely will Facebook notify you that, hey, a lead came through. So even if they did though, even if you got that email, it would ask you, hey, log into Facebook, and then go over to the ads manager to find out where those leads are at. So let me show you how to do that, because I think some of you are going to find value in that. So when you get a notification saying, hey, you have a new lead, you're still going to go to business.facebook.com/ads manager. You're going to click on campaigns, ad sets, and ads. You're not going to click on all three. You're just going to go to ads. And then you're going to see these little drop downs. So this becomes a hyperlink. So when you click on that, it's going to share with you, hey, this is how you download the leads. Now for me, I'm not going to be able to download these leads because of they have already been aged out. So meaning they're going to keep them for 6 months, if I remember correctly, and then they're going to delete. So here you can click on those leads, click on that lead right there, and you're going to be able to download the CSV. Now, that's not the automation that I'm talking about. That I'm just showing you where to go to find your ads, so you're fully aware. Your automation takes over after that. Now we need to connect your Facebook ads to your system of choice. Some of you have email autoresponders like ActiveCampaign, Aweber, iContact, MailChimp, all these email autoresponders. Some of you have CRMs. Some of you have CRMs like KV Core, like Follow Up Boss, like every other CRM out there. So what we have to do now is we have to connect the Facebook ad account to whatever system you are using. So what we're going to use today is KV Core. So KV Core is what I'm going to use so you can see how to automate that. Now this KV Core tutorial is going to be very comprehensive, but we're still going to go fast, just so you have that full automation. If you don't have KV Core, that's okay. you're still going to find value in this, in the rest of this video, but just giving you a heads up, this is kind of where some of us are going to either stop for a quick second as you're observing, and some of you are going to be able to work right through lunch, right? So you're going to be able to work right through this because you have KV Core. So what's most important for you to know is that regardless of the system that you have, you can connect into Facebook just about with any software right now. So some of the software have direct connections to Facebook to where you can select, hey, connect me to Facebook, and it works. But some don't have that. Some of them you have to use connectors such as Zapier, such as API Nation, which is what we're going to use today, that are third-party companies that are independent of both the CRM or the email autoresponder and Facebook, aka Meta. So those connectors are that's what they do. They just connect the two systems, the two softwares, because of their API. What we're going to use today is the free version that KV Core gives you, which is API Nation. You can connect, and I say this very unabashedly, I think that's a word. You can connect API Nation to Facebook, which is what you're going to see right here, but I don't recommend that you do that if you're willing to spend a little bit of money. Why do I say that? I say that because the connection that I personally use, just so you have the full context, the connection that I personally use to connect Facebook and KV Core, anytime I'm launching personal campaigns, I use API Nation because it's much more reliable and things just don't break as much there. There's less troubleshooting that I have to do. And I've spoken to the API Nation people, and they know my position on that. So it's not something that I'm just out here publicly bashing API Nation. I'm not saying that they're a bad company. I'm just saying that their connection is not as reliable as Zapier. Now, again, personally, I am using Zapier. I'm going to show you API Nation today because this is what 100% of you have access to. And most of you will not be running the amount of ads that we're running. And also, most of you may not want to spend that additional enterprise. You don't need to get the enterprise account with Zapier, but most of you don't want to spend that additional money, and that's okay. I don't blame you. So I'm going to show you the free way to do it, which is API Nation. I'm going to walk you through that. Just know that you could use Zapier as well, and personally, it's a lot more reliable. That's all I have to say about that. I think Zapier is great. I think API Nation is great. I think Meta is great. I think everyone's great, but just know that you get what you pay for, I guess is a way of saying that, right? So let's get into it. So what we're going to do again is we're going to create a connection. This is KV Core. What we're going to do is create a campaign, which is called a smart campaign. So this is going to be an email drip campaign. So just so you kind of get what we're about to do, we're going to create a template, which is what we plan to send time and time again. They're going to come back here and create a campaign, which is going to be the shell of what we're going to, is basically putting our arms around the campaign that we're launching. And then we're going to actually put emails, texts, tasks, certain things that need to happen within that campaign. That's what we're going to do first. And then we're going to go over here to Marketplace, and we're going to go over here to API Nation, and we're going to actually make the connection between Facebook, aka Meta, and KV Core. So again, depending on if you have KV Core, depending if you have a CRM, or depending if you're using an email autoresponder, or if you're using Zapier, things will look different. But I want you to understand where everything is in context. So we're going to go back to Smart Campaigns, and we're going to create a template. We're going to go here and we're going to create an email template. Now the email template, I'm going to call it YouTube E1. So this is going to be the name of the actual email, so I'll know, I'll remember it. E1 is email 1, so I know where I am in my follow-up. So I'm going to put well, actually on my subject. So let's say we ran that just listed ad, right? So that's what we're building. So we were promising some additional information on that property that we were advertising. So here, incredible Dallas home just listed. All right, so we're going to go here. We're going to go to first name, comma. Thanks for your, I'm not going to type out the rest because it's going to become such a long video, but I would say something to the effect of, hey, thanks for your interest from our Facebook ad. And then I would include a a squeeze page, which you can create on KV Core. Now, if you're using a different CRM, that's okay too. Again, I want you to just follow at least the concept here. Then you're going to include the actual information that you promised them. Remember, on the ad, you promised them the address, you promised them price, you promised additional pictures. So you need to deliver on that first email. So the first email that you send them, what I do is I go ahead and create a single property website through KV Core, and I just embed that URL here, right? So that's what the first email is going to be. So I'm going to add this template. I know we went super fast, but this is how we start building campaigns pretty darn quickly. Then if I wanted to send another email, so I would put email 2, I can send this the following day. Did you get my email? And then here, again, I would go to the little drop down, I would go to first name, and then I would say, hey, did you get a chance to check out my email, right? So what I'm doing is I'm building this campaign. Now, notice that I haven't scheduled these, but you'll see how to do it in a little bit. So I'm also going to send a text. So immediately, as soon as I get a lead, remember, this is the automation portion, so hang in there with me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do that little squiggly bracket one. I'm going to go first name. Thanks for requesting additional information on Facebook. I'm going to add this template. Again, you're going to finish it, but I have time constraints. And don't worry about these little things. These, actually, let me get rid of these. That's my last pass. Sometimes it sticks on there. All right, so what we've done is we've created these templates, right? These are the emails and texts that we're going to send out. And we can also create some additional things like a task if we wanted to do that, or a call template. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go to campaigns. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a campaign. So here we're going to create a brand new campaign that we're going to dictate based off of hashtags. So here we're going to do YouTube October is what I'm going to put, because this is when I'm creating this video. I want the campaign to launch as soon as a lead comes through that has this hashtag. Now hear me, please hear me. You have to remember this hashtag. If you go through and create everything so perfectly and you forget this hashtag, especially in the step that I'm going to do another very pause for a quick second and please pay attention moment. If you don't connect these hashtags, it's like two boats sailing through the night. You're just going to miss each other. So please make sure that you include this hashtag, not this particular one, but a hashtag that you're going to connect to that Facebook campaign. All right. So I've warned you. So I don't want to see in the comment section, oh, my ads won't launch, because that happens. That happened to me today, and from someone that should have known better. It takes me 2 seconds to log in and know exactly what's wrong, but because I've run thousands of campaigns at this point. But this is something so simple. 90% of the time, it's this. So I want to make sure that you're fully prepared. All right, so based off the campaign that we're launching, it's going to be a buyer lead. So we're going to select it as that, and I'm just going to put YouTube October, so I remember. YouTube October. Always run, yes. Lock, no. Next. Everything look good. Everything looks fantastic, yo. All right, so let me get rid of that one because that was from a previous video. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go find that. YouTube October. The hashtag is YouTube October. It's a buyer, and I don't have any emails, and I don't have any touches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to YouTube October. I'm going to activate this campaign. So when a lead comes through, it's going to show up. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add an action. So remember, we did email. So now we're going to go find that. So the easiest way to do it is email 1. And now, since I do a lot of email 1s, it's going to take me a little bit of time. You know what? I've done this before. So this is Amazing Home. We're going to pretend this one's it, even though it's not. That's why naming is so important. So then here we're going to put YouTube October email 1. From agent to contact, run immediately. Save changes. All right, so that email is going to trigger immediately. I'm going to add another email. Now I'm going to put YouTube email 2 E2. Did you get my, okay, this is the one that I created. So here I'm going to put YouTube October E2 from agent to contact. Now this was, I'm going to send a day after, if I can find it. There we go. All right, save changes. This email is going to go out immediately. This email is going to go out the day after. And remember, we added a text, right? So we're going to go to text. We're going to go to E1, T1, I'm sorry, because of T is for, there you go. Hello, this is Jaime. This is not the same one because I've made a, actually, I think I created this when I was the other campaigns that have YouTube as well, when I was creating the Zapier version. So that might be why. Anyway, so what we're going to do is YouTube October, just so I know what it is. And then I need to come back here and delete these. I'm going to run this immediately. Now, why am I running this immediately? Because in the text, not the text that you saw right now, but in the text that I alluded to was, hey, go ahead and check your email, or hey, thanks for your contact information, or connecting on Facebook, something to that effect. So for all intents and purposes, let's do a quick reset. You already have your ad that you're going to launch. You already published it, so you're good to go. Now what you have is your little follow-up automation here. What you need to do at this moment is you need to make those two talk to each other, right? So now there's two phones. You have your phone at your house and then the phone at your at the other house, whoever's you're wanting to talk to. Now you need to make that connection. And here's how you're going to do it. You're going to go over to Marketplace and you're going to go to API Nation. You're going to add to KV Core. Now you're going to go to Facebook leads. And if yours looks a little bit different than this, don't worry about it. Just go with the flow. Authorize it. And then it's going to ask you to log into your personal Facebook account. So you're just going to log into your personal Facebook account. And now we're going to go start mapping. Now that you're here, this is the API Nation. Let's do a quick reset real quick. What's on the screen is API Nation. So remember, API Nation is something that you use to connect Facebook and KV Core. API Nation works for other CRMs actually. So what you're doing right now is you're saying, hey, go over here on Facebook. I want you to find this Facebook business page. And I also want you to find this form that I created. And I also want you to go over here and look at the smart campaigns that are already on KV Core. And I want you to link each other together. On Facebook, remember, you're asking for the first name, the email, and the phone number. The fourth thing that you need to do is you need to integrate a field that includes the hashtag. That's so important, the hashtag. Remember, that's what we've been focusing on for so long. So what we're going to do now we get back is now we can name it. And for the longest time, thank you, API Nation. You must have watched these videos. For the longest time, I used to rail on API Nation and multiple calls that I've had with them. I mean, even with their account execs or company execs, not account execs, their company execs, just something so simple such as naming your connection. Because I have hundreds at this point. But here, oh, thank you so much. That alone was huge. But anyway, you're going to connect your account. Now you're going to find that business page that you're launching the ads from. And remember, I didn't save that form. So here, there's going to be some other forms. So we're going to say it's the Dallas Just Listed form. Select the KV Core that's yours and go ahead and go to mapping. So here in the mapping, you're going to see the first name, the email, and the phone number already done for you. Now, you can go in here and put the notes and you're going to be pretty good to go. However, I want you to go to switch to original mapping because I like it a little bit better. Again, I'm going to show you what I know. I'm going to show you what's easier to follow. I think that this is a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and I'm going to add a custom field. And I'm going to say hashtag. Here's the important part. Hashtag. Include your hashtag, YouTube October. Remember, we set up this YouTube October hashtag back in the Smart Campaign days. So now we're going to add this custom field. So when we scroll up, you're going to see it. You're going to see it somewhere. Here we go. You're going to see it. Now we're going to click on that and we're going to go to note. If you get to this screen, you've already won. You're done. You're basically done, right? So at this point, you're good to go. So if you go to switch to the updated version, you're going to see that YouTube October one. So that's why I like to go more, because right here you don't know if you did it right. You don't know what's good. Here, when you switch to original mapping, you're assured that it's good, right? So now we're gonna go all the way up, activate the sync, and the sync is running. All right. So now you're not done yet. At this point, you have a decision to make. Do I call it good and trust myself that it's gonna work? In my case, I do, because I know that it will work, at least for the way that we set things up. So you have the decision to make. Will I trust that it will work? And the way that you're gonna check it is through the live setting, meaning once your ad gets approved over on Facebook and you start getting leads. Well, if you see that you're getting leads over on your ads manager account, remember business.facebook.com/ads manager, you're going to see leads start stacking up, hopefully. If you use the ad copy that I shared with you, absolutely they're going to stack up. You can go and you're going to see that. You're going to see that leads are coming in, but if you don't see them going into your KV core, then you have a disconnect. And this is where I get most of the questions. This is where a lot of the questions come of, hey, they're not going into my KV core. Well, you should have tested for that earlier, right? So you can do that. So what you can do is just type in Facebook lead test tool, go to testing. There's a little hyperlink right here, testing tool. And then you're gonna select the page that you launched the ads from. Here, there we go. All right, so there you go. When you create a lead, if you did everything correctly, it's gonna show over on your CRM. It's going to show over on your KV core. If you're using another CRM out there, like a Follow-Up Boss or anything else, once you create this test lead right here, the automation that you use through Zapier, through API Nation, through whatever, the automation that you created should be firing, because here it's a dummy lead, but it's a live round basically for all intensive purposes. It's an actual lead that gets pushed through the system so you can test yourself. Now, if just specifically speaking to KV core, well, actually anything, regardless of what you use, if you're finding that, hey, my leads are not going over there, then test your hashtags. Make sure that your hashtags are on. Make sure that your campaigns are on. Make sure that they're set to run. Make sure that you've created your campaign the right way. So you're going to want to watch this video multiple times as you're launching your ads for the first times. But for all intents and purposes, what you just saw is a condensed version of the 8-hour mastery program that I have on running Facebook ads. Now, if you want us to do this for you, then there's a link down below where we'll gladly take care of this and a lot more sophisticated marketing campaigns. This is really the simplest one that I could show you. If you're interested in us launching your ads and managing them to where you are getting leads for $1, $2, $3, click on the link down below. But outside of that, you have everything that you need. You in reality don't need us unless you want us to scale in a drastic way that you probably have never seen before. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. Please make sure to subscribe. This is going to really help us out. We want to help as many real estate agents as possible, and that starts with the like button. And if you've got it in you, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you soon.